What's up, guys? Little Pig Barbecue back. Apologize I haven't put a video out in a while. I've been very busy with some things at work and some things at home. So we're going to get into this video real quick. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review on one of my favorite cookers that I own. If you're in the market for a Kamado style cooker, whether it be a Big Green Egg or a Kamado Joe, but you don't want to drop the cash on one, those things can be very pricey. This is the video for you. You have to stick around and watch this. Let's get into it and I'll get you to the cooker. We're going to be looking at the Chargriller Akorn today. So this isn't a new cooker. It's been out for several years. There's a lot of information on the internet, YouTube, Google, that kind of thing about this. So I'm not going to be telling you anything new that you can't already find. But I do want to do a quick run through of the features and why I think this is arguably the best Kamado on the market as far as value goes. What you get whenever you buy it. This thing is not a ceramic style cooker. It is metal, but it is double walled insulated. So what that means is there is an air gap all the way around this cooker, top and bottom. So it's very thick, holds heat very well. You've seen in some of my other videos, I have the Weber Summit. This holds temperature almost as good, if not as good. I can't complain about this thing at all, so I'm just going to take you through some of my favorite features about this. And again, this is all stuff you get right out of the box. You can get this cooker at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. I've seen it at several places. And the best part is it's only $300. So anyways, let's get in this. First thing you'll notice, you got these nice side tables. These are very nice tables. I've had a pork butt on this before with no issues, very stable, and it folds down. Both of them fold down for storage. If you need to slide it into a nice small space, you can put the tables down. Works perfectly. Okay, also you'll notice on here you've got some hooks to hang your tools, which is a nice feature. Use that quite often for my tongs and even my grill brush or grate brush. So that works out very nice. The wheels on this thing, nothing special, but they get the job done. You got two large wheels in the front, and then you have a swivel caster with a lock on it in the back. Very portable. I mean, you can slide this thing easily with one hand, pretty much in any direction you want to go. No problems at all. Alright, on the bottom you got a nice shelf. I use this, I put my heat deflector on it when I'm grilling. You can put some charcoal down there if you want to, so it's pretty nice as well. So for controlling your temperature, you got this nice sliding vent, very similar to a Big Green Egg or a Kamado Joe. These are numbered though, which makes it very nice to dial in your temperature. If I'm smoking at say 225, 250, I know that I'm going to be somewhere around 1. And that leaves a very narrow gap there for your airflow. So on top you have something similar. You can adjust it, it's numbered. So whenever you get this thing dialed in, you know exactly where it's going to cook at, or the temperature it's going to cook at, and it will hold there. It will not fluctuate more than 10 degrees all day long. This grill gets up to, well, it says 700 degrees on the thermometer. I've had this thing pegged out, just playing around with it just to see how hot I could get it. So on one chimney of lump charcoal, it will peg out at 700 degrees, no problem. I don't really know why you would want to get it that hot. I guess if you were going to do a quick sear on a steak or maybe do a pizza, it would work out good there. Again, this is a metal cooker, very durable. This isn't going to break, guys. If you tip this thing over or bump it into something, the benefit of this grill is if it falls over or something happens and it gets damaged, it's not going to crack. If you tip over a Big Green Egg or bump it into something, you have a very good chance of cracking the ceramic, and if that happens, you might as well get rid of it. It's probably not going to survive that. So this, yeah, you might dent it, but It's not going to affect it any. So this thing's built like a tank, so let's open it up and check the inside out. Again, double wall insulated, which is great for low and slow, really holds the heat really well. So it comes with this. I don't use this very often, but if you were going to do like you know, maybe some veggies, or you were going to wrap something in some foil and you want to kind of get it up away from the heat a little more, you can put it on this. It swivels, locks into the grate, but for me, I store it under here most of the time. Nice option to have. Alright, so this is going to be either a good thing or a bad thing. Comes standard with cast iron grates, and these cast iron grates are awesome, but if you do a lot of grilling and smoking like I do, you can season this thing whenever you smoke, and it will stay seasoned for as long as you want it to. But the first time you heat it up and get it very hot, you're going to burn that seasoning off, and that's what happened here. So you see there might be a little, it looks like surface rust. It's actually not. I can take a brush and all this will scrape right off. The next time I use it, I'm probably going to do some low and slow stuff. So I'll spray it with some cooking oil or rub some kind of oil on it and let it bake on again, and it'll hold the seasoning forever until I heat it up really hot again. Again, you get some great sear marks with this, holds heat really well. Now the center insert here actually comes out. It will pop out, and I believe you can get some accessories to go in there. I'm not really sure what you could put in there, but I know I've seen some videos out there of some guys that have little accessories that fit in there. I don't have any. I just grill and smoke on it. So we'll get this grate out of the way. I'll set it underneath for a minute. Okay, this accessory does not come with it. I had to purchase this separate, but for the value, $300 for the cooker, it's still an outstanding deal. I believe this is maybe 30 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that. But I ordered it, and it's just, you can use it as a pizza stone. I use it as a heat deflector. For that, it works great. It gives you that same type of low and slow cooking as you get on a Big Green Egg or a Kamado Joe. It's very thick, and I haven't really read that many people commenting saying that it cracks very easily. So, I mean, I haven't had that experience. It's pretty solid. As long as you take care of it and don't drop it. So we'll set that over here. Alright, so on the inside, very similar to another style Kamado, any other style Kamado, you have a fire bowl. So this is where you put your charcoal, but you'll notice a key difference here versus a Big Green Egg. A Big Green Egg has a metal insert here that has little holes in it for the ash to fall through. So you can fill this up with, typically in a Kamado you would use lump style charcoal, but with this grill you can actually use briquettes, and I'll tell you why. The holes on this grate allow for the ash to fall through just like any other type of charcoal grill. The reason you can't use briquettes in a Kamado Joe or a Big Green Egg or something like that is the holes are small, so they get clogged up very easily with the ash if you use briquettes. I burned both in this, no problems, and it falls right through. So again, this is metal, and you got a nice air gap around, which helps hold the heat in a little better, and it works out great. We'll get this heat deflector back in here, and I'll show you one of my favorite features. So one of the biggest complaints people have with Big Green Eggs is, you know, how easy is it to clean it out? You gotta take all this stuff out, and you gotta sweep all the ash into the bottom, and then you gotta get underneath and kind of sweep it out of the bottom vent here. Well, with this, you really can't get in there to get it out. So what they've decided to do on this design, which I love it, is you've got a latch here. You just flip that latch, and you got another one over here, flip that latch. This whole thing will actually come off just like that. So you got all your ash in there, you just dump it out. Maybe you clean it out a little bit if you've got any grease that's dripped through there. And it just slides back in there. Can't really do it with one hand. There we go. So you would think you'll lose a lot of heat or maybe some smoke out of that, but you don't. You actually have, I don't know if you can see it, there is a gasket all the way around. So whenever you clamp these latches down, let me get that clamped in here real fast. Okay, when that's clamped in, that's going to push that thing up to the gasket, seal it. Absolutely zero smoke or heat leaks out of that. I mean, it's actually an ingenious design, but you can't really do that with a traditional style Kamado, so that's another benefit this thing has. This is probably the most versatile cooker you can buy for around $300. And I say that, obviously I'm a huge Weber guy. I have a Summit and I also have a Kamado Joe, so I'm not knocking other Kamados. I love my Summit and I love my Kamado Joe, but if I was on a budget and could only pick one cooker, I would probably get something like this. You can bake, you can smoke, you can obviously do some really intense searing, do some grilling. This thing runs best at around 250 to 275, and if you load it up with charcoal, I've had it burn for 10, 11, 12 hours before with a pork butt. It's evenly cooking all the way around the meat. Anything you put on it turns out great, and honestly, you don't have to mess with it. You throw a chunk or two of your favorite smoking wood on top of the fire, and that's really all you have to do. You put your food on and you don't come back to it until it's done. So if you haven't seen this cooker before, which again, I'm sure all you all have seen it, it's been out for a while, but if not, check it out. You'll be really surprised at how well it's built. I've seen some complaints. The negative side of this is I've seen some complaints of people saying that it rusts. Yeah, it's going to rust. It's metal. But if you take care of it, if you have to keep it outside, put a good cover on it, clean the ashes out when you're done using it. That's really all you have to do. I had another one before this one, and I had it outside for about 2 years, and it didn't have any rust. Maybe the bolts and stuff, or the screws that hold the legs together, they had some surface rust on them, but they weren't like trying to break off or anything. So again, it's just take care of it. Try to keep it covered and keep it really good in season. That's all you have to do to something like this. Anyways, guys, let me get you back around here. If you like this cooker, you got to check it out. I'd love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of it. If you want to see me do some cooking on this thing, let me know. I haven't really done anything on my channel with this. Mainly stuck to a lot of my drums and my kettles, but I want to cook on everything I have. I just haven't had the time for it. So anyways, if you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Just hit 300 subscribers not too long ago. I never thought that would happen. So my next goal is 400. So I'd love for you guys to get me there. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you all have a good one.